And
It's,
there we go. Okay, so meeting is being live streamed. Setting everything up here. All right. Welcome, everyone. Today is October 1st, which means we are officially kicking off National Economic Education Month. And I have some amazing NAEE members here joining me to talk a little bit about where this idea came from, why, the importance of it, and what is all happening this month, because you're about to find out that we are popping off all over the United States and all over for this. And so you can see on our shirts that we are excited and ready to go with it. And so with us here, we have Mike Raymer, we have Jennifer Davidson, and we have Amy Lee here to share a little bit with all of you. So are you guys ready to go?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay. So I just want to first start off with asking a little bit about, where did, what was the idea with this? Where did this come from with Economic Education Month? Why did you see a need to start this specifically now?
Mike, you got to start that. You
Okay.
gotta go.
So the need for this, it started years ago. I was at a conference. It was actually a NAEE conference in St. Louis, whenever that was. It was many, many years ago. And I remember leaving thinking, we didn't really talk much about economics. It seemed like most of the sessions were sort of personal finance focused. And that kind of stuck with me. Fast forward to this year in our state in Georgia, there's more and more of a push to sort of implement a personal finance course. And I thought that might push out economics if that happened. So I said, we really have to do something. We are the economic councils across the country. It's in our name. If we're not out advocating for economic education, who is? The answer, no one, right? So I called some folks, Jennifer, Amy. I reached out to maybe 14 or 15 different center directors and council directors and said, hey, this is what we're thinking. And everyone's like, yeah, let's do this. The problem was this happened in late July. And so we realized we had basically 2 months to sort of put all this together, but we managed to do it. And here we are today wearing t-shirts that say Econ is Life, Econ Ed Month. So yeah, that's kind of where the idea came from. We're the experts in this field, and I think we need to sort of use our platforms to advocate for economic education.
Yeah. Can I add on to that too?
Of course.
And really, I just want to say, I'm surprised we didn't think about this a decade or more ago.
Yeah.
Because for all of us, we're super passionate about it, and it's all about incentives, and scarcity exists, and we have to make choices, and economics is the lens through which we can be better decision makers and teach teachers and students how to be better decision makers. I always like to say econ is it's like a superpower, right? You get to see the unseen. It's really being able to have this analytical thought process about pros and cons. And so I can't believe we didn't think about this 10 years ago and how important it is to impart this type of education. So for me, that's what it's all about. It's that important that we need to focus on it every day, and especially now in October.
Yeah, Jennifer, when I first started thinking about this, I came to work it was over the weekend. I came to work on that Monday and started Googling Economic Education Month, thinking, oh, clearly this exists already. And it came up empty, and I'm like, oh my God, we can actually do this. So I'm with you. Yeah, why didn't we think of this like 50 years ago?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have an answer.
I love that. Yes, if nobody else will, who will? So I'm glad that that started to form, and obviously many people jumped on, because this is not just a one person, this isn't one person superpower. This is everybody coming together to make it happen. And so how did you go from that initial idea stage to actually making this a national day in that short period of time? Because, I'm checking my watch, and 2 months is not a long time at all.
No.
It really is incredible. I think it was so just to see everybody come together and our network come together. I think this is really where we see how powerful our NAEE network is, and how many people are in it, and people that are just like us, that are super passionate, that are taking pictures, getting ready, making plans, getting their teachers aware of this. And it's just such a great time to really emphasize how important economic education is. And so we don't lose that, and we don't let other things take control or take precedence over it, that we really give economics, just as Mike said, it's in our name. We've got to make sure that we're protecting it and looking at it as a superpower in all of its glory. But back to how it just came together so quickly. It's definitely all the people involved and all the great ideas, and really using the power of our network to pull together and to make this all happen.
And at least we initially put together a really small team, because when we were having the idea, some folks at the Fed were kind of thinking the same thing. And we timed it to be 6 months away from Personal Finance Month in April, which made total sense to us. And it linked up with the CE conference, and we're doing the NAEE conference this October as well. So it made sense to do it in October. So we put together, the three of us got together with Jackie Morgan Ackley, and Sarah Gunn from different Feds. Julie Heath joined from Ohio, and Chris Caltabiano jumped on from CEE. And also Josh Mitten and Kim Holder came on. So we've had this committee that we've met, I think, 4 times. And right from the get-go, it was, we don't have time to sort of, mess around with subcommittees and committees. We just have to do this. And it's a blank slate. We can do whatever we want because it's our month, right? And then we actually went, and there's a website that has all those, like today is, National Potato Day or National Take Your Dog to Work Day, all of those days that you hear about. We went and acquired October as officially Economic Education Month. So if you go to the website, which I don't have at the top of my head, today it's the first one listed today for the month. So it's official. We have the month and it's ours, and we're going forward.
And Mike is being very generous when he says we. That was Mike that made that happen, and has made that day for us and for our council, for us all to be able to use that name. And so, yeah, just as Mike said, when you Google it, it's there. So thank you to Mike for making that happen.
Huge thank you. And that's at the national level. Not only is it National Economic Education Day, but in so many of our state, it is now in our state as well, Economic Education Day. So do you have the number of states or the list of states that got their proclamations for their states handy? There's a lot of us. Nebraska did, Oklahoma did, Georgia did. Who else?
So officially, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Georgia, Arkansas, Maryland, Mississippi, all have official proclamations from their governors. And Virginia, Minnesota, California, and Alabama are still kind of waiting to hear. So hopefully by the end of the month, they'll get news about it. And that didn't exist 2 months ago, right? So now we've got governors across the country saying, yeah, we believe in this. And our goal going forward, which we'll probably talk about at some point, but like each year have more and more states officially get proclamations. Because I know some states just ran out of time, because in some places you need weeks and weeks and weeks advance. So there's no excuse next year. I mean, it'd be great if every state in the network had a proclamation from their governor. That's kind of the goal.
That speaks a lot of, just even the leadership within our organization, and then across the US too. We learn all about, if we can get our governors on board, and then we start to get other groups on board, and we just keep cycling through the different systems in our states, like it's going to continue to reach and multiply more than we probably could have ever imagined, which is great. So that is so awesome that we've been able to do that, and we have been able to get on board. I'm lucky that I was able to join Jennifer at the Nebraska one, and it was eye-opening. It was one of my first experiences getting to do something like that, and it was just really empowering too, to be able to say like, wow, we did that. So
it was awesome.
Yes. So, we started to talk about the states with the proclamation. Has there been a lot of buy-in then from, given time and some things like that, obviously are a point of essence, but have councils and centers started to buy in on this? What are some people doing, and how are they expanding on this throughout the month?
Jennifer?
Anybody want to tackle that? I can talk about some of the things Nebraska is doing. I would say, yeah, everybody wants to be in. Everybody that's in this network very much appreciates economics and all that it means for students. So yeah, there's been a ton of buy-in. I don't think there's anybody that's been said, no, we're not going to do that. Everybody's definitely bought in. In terms of what are people doing, again, I want to thank Mike and the Georgia Council, because they were such leaders in helping us being able to do this so quickly. So there's postcards that have been created. Here's ours right here. It's so cute, that are being mailed to all our principals in the state that talk about the importance of economic education. There's letters for superintendents. There's workshops that are being done. There's just tons and tons of activities. Who else wants to share?
Well, I was going to say, so could you talk to us a little bit, like, so, you know, Georgia kind of led the way, but how can other states and councils and centers be a part of this too? Like, where can we find more information about what everybody's doing, you know, so we don't have to reinvent the wheel, so to speak?
So there's Kim Holder, a center director at West Georgia here. She has a Google Drive that she put together that every state that's been participating in this has a folder. So whenever we create anything, we put it all in the folder. Jennifer's done it, Amy's done it. So literally you just go in there and like, oh, here's a postcard that's already done. Oh, here's a proclamation that's already written. You know, you tweak it for your verbiage for your state, but like just we shared and one person does it and the other person uses it. Again, just to make it so simple so that you don't have a reason not to do it. Like there's no excuse. You can't say it takes too much time. No, it doesn't.
Nope.
It's right there done. Yeah.
Well, and just a really simple thing, if somebody maybe hasn't done anything yet, there's going to be so much social media going on. That's a great way to just share, forward, comment, like, and then you're participating already. So, and then you can make your plans for next year and start making your list. I know we already are, even though we have things going now, we're already dreaming big for next year of what's going to be happening. So I think that's a very exciting part of it.
Yeah, I can't wait to start sharing all of that out because it's going to be coming in from all different avenues. And so there's going to be a lot of learning and growing and sharing, and it's going to all be out there.
And that's been, Jennifer, you brought this up from like the first time we met, is that we got to do it this year and then build on it for next year. So we already know like next year it's going to be way better because we'll have more than 2 months and more, you know, people will hear about it. And it really is, this year we're going to try a number of things, and the good things we're going to keep. And the things that aren't so great, we're going to either fix or not do anymore. Knowing full well this is going to be good going forward. And I don't know that we've even talked about this, but maybe in the spring NAEE conference we could have a session about this. Like,
Oh, good idea.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yes.
Share and
Let's do it.
Okay, done. See, there you go. It's done.
And
That's
done.
the power
That's how
of
things
this
happen.
network. Right? Good
The power
idea.
of the mind comes together. Yes. And that kind of leads me into another question. If any of you want to highlight some of the fun, like creative, exciting plans beyond, you know, just postcards and things like that you're doing within your state, so it can kind of, you know, fuel a little fire under some people if they haven't started yet. What are some exciting things you are all doing?
Two of the things that we're doing, we did get these stickers made that says what isn't an economic choice, that we got from California. So they'd, if you were a part of the NAEE conference for the spring NAEE conference, it was in June, you got one of those stickers in your boxes. So we created those and we're sending those out to all of our econ teachers to pass out to their students, which just kind of really, economics is everywhere, just building that concept with our students. We're also, this is kind of new. I'm very excited. I don't think I've even told you guys that we're together here, but we're going to have a eggs and baconomics breakfast that is going to be happening in a couple weeks. Where one of our very NAEE member, Dr. Travis Roach, is a robust and spicy, witty speaker. And so he's going to just kind of really, we don't have a real strong plan. It's going to be just about what's going on in the current events and how it affects your life while you're eating breakfast. And so we're really excited about that event and hope to make that an annual event. And we're partnering with our MBA program and to make that happen. So that's something new that we're having. Eggs and baconomics. I mean, baconomics. I mean, you know, everybody's.
I'm never going to be able to look at bacon the same. Never.
How has that never been a thing before? Baconomics. I mean,
I know. Well, it actually came up in something else that we were doing. And then when we were planning this in a NAEE discussion, baconomics, and then when we were planning this event, I was like, we need to get baconomics in there somehow. So everybody will come.
Amy, this morning, a teacher friend who teaches econ here, who Walt Ellison, who Jennifer knows, he's a classroom teacher. He sent me a picture this morning. They're celebrating Econ Ed Month, And he sent me a picture. A student brought in donuts, and one of the donuts was covered in bacon. So it's sweeping the nation already.
I mean, doesn't get better than that. So,
Well, it does, because it was maple glazed with bacon. So,
oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jennifer,
We can
what are you
talk
doing
about
in-
that all morning.
We have a lot of cool stuff that we're doing in Nebraska now. Just a couple of the things. So Mike, you have this really adorable Econ allocation book, Earl and Starla, right? So we're partnering with our two biggest, do you have one nearby? I don't. We're partnering with two of our biggest school districts, Lincoln Public Schools and Omaha Public Schools, to get a copy of each of those into the elementary libraries with a lesson plan that teachers can use. So that's pretty fun. We're doing a poster competition at the elementary level for little kids. They're supposed to draw, a good, a service, and we'll have a competition. There'll be some prizes for that. What else are we doing? October 23rd, our Omaha Center director, Jamie Wagner, who's amazing, is inviting in another NAEE member, Jadrian Wooten, to do a session for us on teaching economics using pop culture. So we have a ton of going on. October is going to be so fun and amazing. We're just holding on and let the chips fall where they may with econ education.
Yeah, so we're doing the poster contest. We've got a video contest for teachers, where they're going to send us a video, a minute or less, explaining to us why they love teaching econ. We'll pick the winner. There's a new competition nationwide. It's a kind of a takeoff on Kim Holder's Rockonomics, where we're asking students to submit a 1 minute or less video, a rap video, explaining why economics is cool, and that's exciting. We also have stickers, Econ Ed Month stickers, that we've sent out to a whole bunch of people. The shirts we're wearing today, 3 of us. So we bought a whole bunch of these, and we sent to teachers and board members and funders, and and mostly in Georgia, but a few from other states. And we're actually tweeting out a picture or two a day of people wearing these shirts, and whoever gets the most likes, retweets, that kind of thing is going to win a prize at the end of the month. Chris Cannon here at the Georgia Council's right now brewing the Red Earl Preserve beer. That is a first ever Econ Ed Month beer, and that's going to roll out at my house on October 23rd at the first ever chili/sausage eating Econ Ed Month festival. So if you're in town, if you're in Atlanta, please come by. Going to be a bunch of people there wearing these shirts, drinking that beer, talking about econ all night long until I get tired and want them to go home and kick them out of my house, which will probably be about 8:30 because I go to bed pretty early next night. So get there early. Yeah.
Fun.
So fun. Like, if this doesn't get you excited, I mean, I guess I don't know what will at this point, but
Nothing.
Yeah.
nothing. Like,
Yep.
it's doomed.
Time to retire.
So my, kind of wrapping up here. Obviously there's a lot of hands in the pot that have made this happen, and there's a lot of people to thank and to recognize for making this happen. At this time, is there anyone specific that you all would like to recognize and thank for making Econ Ed Month a thing beyond just kind of
Mike
the network?
Raymer.
No.
Mike, of course.
Yeah.
A brainchild.
I think the Fed, our friends at the Fed they've been so helpful. I mentioned, Morgan and Jackie and Sarah and all the branches that we work with typically. CE's been a great help. I mean, they're pushing this and talking about it at the CE conference 2 days ago when it started.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just everyone in the network that I've spoken with, all the center and council directors, and these two, Amy and Jennifer, I feel bad. I keep texting you guys with questions and stuff, and I'm like, I should probably stop because they're sick of hearing from me.
No.
So Amy and Jennifer, huge, definitely. And you, Elise, for doing this, more advertisements.
Yes, we gotta leverage what we can, and social media is one way to do it. So why not share it out as much as we possibly can, right?
Yeah.
So, well, I don't want to take too much more of all of your time because we are all very busy, because today is obviously the kickoff day. And so with that being said, I'm going to thank you to all 3 of you for joining us. If anybody does have any specific questions, you can refer to the link that I'm going to put on the video slide as well. So then that way you can see the Google Drive that they were all talking about, where there are folders full of everything. The calendar is there where you can see events that are happening across the United States, especially in your state or with your center of council that's nearby. And with that being said, I hope all of you have a wonderful National Economic Education Month.
Can we close out with Jennifer showing off her shoes?
Oh, we gotta have this.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Can you see them?
Yep, we got Econ, we got headbands, we got it all, y'all.
Headbands, our supply and demand, Mary Claire.
Yes,
Lot of
Mary
red
Claire
pens and
Pete,
Becky
man.
posters.
Oh yeah.
He's
you're
got
right.
us decked out.
Oh, I love
Elise,
it so much.
Elise, can we keep going? Because when we finish this, I have to go write a grant, and this is way funner than writing a grant. So I'm good to stay and talk about stuff.
I know I could talk to you guys all day.
Too fun. Well, with that, I will be signing off because you know what? Sometimes those grants are needed because maybe it's going to bring in some more money for y'all, huh?
Hope so. Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you all
Thank
of
you.
you so much.
Bye, friends.
Good seeing you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.